the moment you don't realize you're no longer thinking for yourself. People think mind control looks dramatic. Hypnosis, chants, ceremonies, symbols. But real mind breaking is quieter and slower. He remembered a moment when he agreed with something that didn't feel like him, a belief that wasn't his, a loyalty he never questioned, a fear that didn't belong to him, and he didn't know when it began. Cults don't steal your mind, they borrow it, one tiny compromise at a time. A soothing voice, a promised purpose, a sense of belonging, a moment of safety in a world that feels hostile. You don't realize you're surrendering yourself until the part of you that should resist is too tired to fight. Manipulation isn't about forcing obedience. It's about shaping identity until obedience feels natural. If you've ever felt your morals bending, your boundaries fading, or your voice shrinking around someone's influence, you already know. Control doesn't start with dominance, it starts with comfort. And comfort is the first doorway to captivity.
Number 10. Stage 1. Love bombing makes you dependent on the warmth you were missing. He once felt welcomed more intensely than he ever had before. Warmth, affection, praise, attention, interest, validation. It felt like being chosen, finally seen, finally valued, finally safe. This is the seduction phase. Cults study loneliness. They identify fear. They read insecurity like scripture. Then they overwhelm you with the one thing your life lacked the most: unconditional acceptance. Love bombing isn't love, it's bait. Human trigger. You obey the person who gives you what the world withheld. Emotion shift. Recognition to unease. You didn't fall for them, you fell for the version of yourself they reflected back at you.
Number 9. They break your isolation by creating a community you don't want to lose. He once felt that he finally belonged. Every voice around him matched his. Every smile felt familiar. Every opinion felt unified. It wasn't friendship, it was synchronized identity. Cults engineer belonging. They remove your doubts by surrounding you with people trained to mirror belief, reinforce loyalty, and celebrate compliance. When everyone agrees, agreement feels like truth. Human trigger. People fear losing community more than losing freedom. Emotion shift. Unease to doubt. You didn't choose their world. You feared losing the only world that seemed to want you.
Number 8. They break your confidence by praising your obedience more than your independence. He once noticed that every time he acted independently, the room grew colder. But when he complied, he was praised. This is behavioral reshaping, rewarding obedience, punishing autonomy. Over time, you learn which version of you is accepted and which version must die. Human trigger. People destroy their own independence when approval feels like oxygen. Emotion shift. Doubt to suspicion. You didn't lose your confidence, you traded it for belonging.
Number 7. They break your identity by flooding you with a purpose you didn't choose. He once felt he finally understood why he existed, but the purpose wasn't his. Cults give meaning as a weapon. Purpose replaces insecurity. Mission replaces confusion. Destiny replaces doubt. But the purpose is engineered to serve the group, not the self. This is identity overwrite doctrine. Human trigger. When purpose is given, identity is taken. Emotion shift. Suspicion to alarm. You didn't find your purpose, you were assigned one. Number 6. They break your critical thinking by overwhelming you with emotion before information. Number 5. They break your past by rewriting your memories against you. He once believed that the life he lived before was meaningless, not because it was, but because they rewrote how he remembered it. Cults revise memories to increase dependence. Your pain is amplified. Your joys are invalidated. Your past is framed as broken. Only they rescued you. This is memory reframing submission. Human trigger. If they control your past, they control your identity. Emotion shift. Disbelief to tension. You didn't hate your past. You were taught to. Number 4. They break your reality by flooding you with the leader's narrative until you believe it's your own. He once repeated words that sounded wise but weren't his. This is reality saturation, the leader's voice pumped into every moment, every decision, every conversation, every silence. Your thoughts stop being private. Your voice stops being yours. Human trigger. Repetition feels like truth, even when it's manipulation. Emotion shift. Tension to chill. You didn't gain insight. You absorbed indoctrination. Number 3. They break your moral compass by redefining right and wrong around loyalty. He once defended actions he would have condemned in anyone else, because cults shift morality from ethics to allegiance. Good equals loyalty. Evil equals dissent. This is moral inversion conditioning. When morality is tied to obedience, disobedience feels immoral. Human trigger. They don't change your morals, they change your definitions. Emotion shift. Chill to collapse. You didn't lose your principles, you replaced them with someone else's. Number 2. They break your autonomy by making you fear thinking differently. He once had a thought that contradicted the group and felt shame instead of independence. This is thought surveillance conditioning. You monitor yourself to avoid punishment. You silence your questions. You self-censor. You shrink your mind to stay safe. Human trigger. The strongest chains are the ones you place on yourself. Emotion shift. Collapse to awareness. You didn't fear being wrong, you feared being different. Number 1. They break your mind by making you believe the cage is safe and freedom is dangerous. The darkest stage of cult manipulation is not obedience, it's comfort. When captivity feels safer than autonomy. When control feels kinder than choice. When freedom feels frightening. This is cognitive captivity. The belief that independence is a threat and submission is sanctuary. Human trigger. The perfect prisoner is the one who feels protected by the cage. Emotion shift. Awareness to quiet shock. You didn't embrace the cult, you escaped the fear of facing life alone. They don't steal your mind. They replace it piece by piece. If someone came to mind while reading this, a mentor, a group, a relationship, a belief system, that wasn't imagination, it was recognition. Mind control doesn't start with force. It starts with comfort, with safety, with belonging, with purpose, until your thoughts no longer feel like your own. But awareness breaks indoctrination. The moment you understand the stages is the moment you interrupt them. If someone you care about is trapped in a system that rewrites their identity one belief at a time, share this with them, not to expose their captors, but to remind them that their mind is still theirs, and the door has been unlocked longer than they realized.